Welcome back to Rev Endurance Sports, and today is new bike day. New bike day. So Paul is from Bakersfield, and he contacted me for a Ritchey Road Logic, and we'll get into the story of how he got enthused about it. But we're going to do the big reveal now because he hasn't. Well, he's seen it on video and stuff like that, but he hasn't seen it in person yet. So there you are, sir.
Wow. Looks good.
Yeah?
Looks just like the pictures. Yeah, love it.
And the videos, and I mean, I sent you a lot of updates, so it's not a huge surprise.
No.
But yeah, there it is in the flesh.
Yeah, I like the color.
You like the color?
I do like the color. I like the understated.
It's very understated, isn't
Yeah.
it? And
And the way
Jesse, let me see if I can get it into the light here. I'm sorry, into the sun, and you can probably pick up some of that.
I like the tone
There
of
it
the
is on there.
Does it sparkle?
Yeah, there's sparkle. See it on?
Oh yeah, you can see it glinting in the sun.
Yeah.
I don't know if my camera works.
It'll pick it up. Yeah, it'll pick it up.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah, you just gotta sometimes put something else for it to focus on it.
Looks like diamonds.
Diamonds. So Paul, we were talking just inside. So if you could relay that story again. So tell me why you got enthused to get a Ritchey.
Yeah, I was at a Century in Cambria, and the second half of it rode behind a guy that had an older gray,
So like mine?
similar
gray
to
one?
yours.
Okay.
Yeah, Ritchie, and stopped at the same rest stops and checked it out each time, and it was my size. So it got my attention, and he had nothing but good things to say about it. He loved the ride and the comfort of it, and
I wonder if he's watching right now.
Yeah.
You can make a comment down below,
Yeah.
Mystery Ritchie Rider.
yeah.
So let's back up. How long ago was that? Because that bike is a 2014. How long ago did you run into this guy?
That was it had been a year from last August.
Okay, so he's had it a while.
Yeah.
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 Now, also inside, before we went live, you talked about you were also looking at Tomasini's, which I am also a Tomasini dealer. So tell me how you moved from Tomasini over to Ritchey.
Yeah, I was checking out the Fire model.
Yes, Fire.
The one with the that special oversized
Yep.
tubing, Columbus tubing.
Yeah.
After reading some reviews, the characteristics were really close to a Concorde that I have that's out of Columbus Max
Yep.
tubing. And
Yep.
it's a great bike, it's fast, but it beats me to death.
Yeah.
I mean, if I'm gonna ride less than 2 hours or less, it's
That's
fine.
a good bike for that.
But anything longer, and I want some more compliance.
You almost make it sound like a Cannondale crit bike.
Yeah. Well, I'm getting off of aluminum now, and
Yeah.
I'm tired of aluminum. It just beats me. It wears me out.
Yeah.
And so
Quick question on your Columbus Max. What tire size can you fit on that?
25.
25.
Yeah.
Okay, so we built your bike with 30s.
Yeah.
So you're going to get a better ride just with the tires
Yeah.
to start with.
Yeah. I'm anxious to get on 30s.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
I think it's going to be a really good switch for me.
Yeah. And we got you the Zip SL. What is it? SL70 bar.
Right.
Did you ever have one in your hands?
I've got the aluminum version.
Oh, you do?
On
Okay.
an '85 Miata that I love, by the way.
Yeah. The bike or the bar or both?
Both, yeah. And that sold me on this bar.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah. Let's run through the spec for our viewers. So we have a full Ultegra group. The shifters we will reposition as we do the bike fit. We've got a 110 stem in the upright position just for now, but I do have a Ritchey stem for you if you want it. I want to show you a little bit of detail here. So see if you can get that. It'll focus by itself. But notice how I put the cable branding, all that stuff. It's just I cut it perfectly to size so you can actually see it. Sometimes there's a little bit of waste when that happens, but you got to do it. Did you notice how these brakes are two-tone?
Yeah, I like the tone of the group.
Yeah, because the gray matches
Yeah.
a lot on the frame,
Yeah.
and then you have a little bit of black lacquer like the Dura-Ace one.
Yeah, I really like the look of it, color-wise, and just everything about it.
Yeah, and I'm tempted to offer you some white bar tape because that's what I used to put on mine to match these logos.
White would look good, yeah.
Yeah, I think it would. So we have a clamp-on front derailleur as opposed to two separate pieces because these are very hard to find these days. But that was I'm sorry, the two separates are hard to find.
Right.
And then we've got your 5236 chain rings, so we're good there. And this is the new design of cranksets that they're issuing as a warranty replacement for any of the broken or debonded cranksets.
Yeah.
So we have that. We have an 1132 cassette for you. That's exactly what you wanted. Look how clean that chain is in cassette. I expect it that way
It looks awesome.
all the time, right? We already talked about the 30 tires in Continental. Now you went tubed, so we're going to talk about that in a second. But first, we're going to talk about these wheels with the textured brake track. You folks should be able to hear that. This was a recommendation of mine, but were you already interested in these wheels?
I've seen a few out in the out
Out in the
riding,
wild, yeah.
and then with your recommendation,
Yeah.
I was confident those would be good wheels. I think they're going to be great. Everybody, I talked to one other guy that has a set. He loves them.
Yeah, the braking performance is
Yeah.
insane.
Yeah.
So let's talk about tubed. Oh, and yes, I got you the tubes with the smooth with the smooth valve stem.
Yeah. It makes you the grommet in the pump head lasts so much longer.
So much longer, yeah.
They're not getting ground down.
Yeah. So we have so we went tubed. Any ideas on tubeless at some point, maybe?
Not really. I've got several friends that have tubeless, and they're the ones always having flats. And when they do, it's always a hassle. It's shooting sealant up in the air. It gets all over the country. I just don't really need it. It wasn't something I gotta have. So I'm just gonna stick with the tried and true tubes, and I'm good.
Yeah, yeah. I'm a convert. I've been having very good luck now that I'm on 30 tires, and that's why I bring this point up.
There's definite advantages for sure.
Yeah.
But I want simple.
Yeah.
And so that's.
I mentioned in the previous video that this seat post is here as a place saver.
Yeah.
So I do have a Ritchey Superlogic seat post if you want it.
Yeah.
So that will complete the, not complete, but give you more Ritchey componentry on here. And then let's talk about the SQ Lab saddle. What were your findings? Because I shipped you a 14 first. What did you measure? Do you remember what you measured, sit bone wise?
I think I was kind of in between. I could
In
go
between
either
a
way.
14
and
or 15?
Actually, riding the 14, it was fine. And then when I got the 15, I liked it better.
Yeah.
The 14 was comfortable.
Yeah.
The 15, I felt like I had a little more support.
Yeah.
And I was really happy with it.
And that's the idea of a little bit wider than general saddles, because generally a saddle, this is filled in and then it slopes down. This one you know, comes out this way to
It's
support you.
It's a flatter saddle, and I
Yes.
feel that right off, and it feels, I like the support, the
Yeah.
feeling of support.
Yeah.
And it worked on longer rides.
Yeah.
It was good. For a new saddle,
Yeah.
it worked great for me.
So what are you coming off of? I
An
mean, you've
old-
been riding a long time, so
The latest would be a Bontrager that was about a 15, it was close to a 15. The difference was it was more rounded.
yeah, see?
And this feels so much better for me.
Yeah.
I don't know if it would work for everybody, but for me it worked great right off the bat.
Yeah,
So,
yeah. And like you said, it's a new saddle, and yet you were able to,
Right.
I mean, 2, 3, 4 hours? How many hours did you get out for?
Oh, I did a 4 hour
Yeah.
one day, and
already?
that was early on.
Yeah,
And it was good.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Now you did have one concern that maybe you can't get the saddle far enough back, so we're gonna try to figure
Yeah.
that out
Yeah.
on your bike fit. What questions or comments do you have? And then we'll go inside and we'll do the bike fit.
I love it. It's just like I pictured it.
Nice. I'm so happy for you. It's funny, I got a comment earlier today, and the gentleman, I don't know what his name is, but he was like, and it has to be a gentleman because women don't usually get adversarial. And he said, why are you talking about this bike like at daily? Or, you know, I get it, you're advertising. And I'm like, look, first of all, Ritchey doesn't give me any discounts, nothing. I get nothing from them. I am passionate about this brand because of what it represents, but I ride the bike. And you just walked inside and you said, wow, because I got a bunch of Ritcheys in there because I ride them.
Yeah.
It isn't about, you know, I'm selling something because I get a kickback from it. I truly believe this is one of the best riding bikes I've ever owned.
Yeah.
For everything, like not just for sprinting or not just for climbing or not just for riding on pavement and dirt, just like all around.
Yeah. Just for my needs,
Yeah.
I want simplicity. I want something I can maintain.
Yeah.
And this fits the bill.
Yeah.
And really, these bikes, there's not that many of them out like this anymore.
No.
You know, you can buy a Tomasini, and you can find there's still, some people are still making them, but consistently, you know, Ritchey's put this out for a long time now, and that's what I want. I want something that's simple and that I can maintain, and it's going to perform.
And speaking about putting out, right now I've got 3 people waiting on a 55 because they're sold out.
Yeah.
I mean, and I try to tell folks, as soon as you see my video, if you want one, you have to contact me immediately. They're sold out. Now we're waiting until July. Right now, this is February.
Yeah. As soon as I heard what the color was going to be, I was in.
You were in.
Yeah. Yeah.
Let me ask you, just as a general question, what did you think about the Sally Macaroon's color scheme?
I like reds. I'm more of a neutral, basic color guy, you know.
Yeah.
The pink graphics, not really me.
Yes.
But I mean, a lot of people like it.
Yeah.
So that's great.
Yeah.
This is more me.
This is more you.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think it was a good idea for them to bring it back. They had some other colors I was not a fan of. They had like some black and gray or something. They had some weird color schemes I just didn't like. But anyway, if any of you have any comments or questions, please drop them down below. We're going to do the fit now, and then hopefully we can get it done fast enough that you and I can go for a spin. I've got a 4 o'clock appointment as well. I kind of blocked out this much time for you, but then I do have an appointment. So, okay, for everyone else, thank you so much for tuning in. Please like and subscribe, and also give some kudos to Jess for filming all of this. Yeah, there she is. Please like and subscribe. I say this all the time. I only get about 20-something% of you folks that are subscribed. Please subscribe. We could have at least a 20,000 subscriber channel. Okay, thank you so much. We'll see you up the road.